Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Sorry I missed yesterday. I had some pretty, well, it ended up being okay, but a pretty big scare in terms of losing a hard drive, and I needed to back it up and deal with it. But we're back up and going again now. No problem. I think today we're going to work on another level of the space elevator. This one more of a like industrial transport for stuff. So not the gas yet, but if you wanted to move, cargo basically. And let's see what we can get to with that. Get rid of our cube, and we're going to create a circle. Yeah. We're going to make it radius of 60 meters to match our other one, and vertices of 12 to match our other one. So that should be the same size as the passenger level we've already done. Okay, cool. Well, let's just go ahead and save too. New folder. 260807. Let's see. Space elevator cargo. Cool. Right. Okay. So let's block in some bigger shapes first. I think first thing we'll do is come in here and tab and fill it. And then E5, or sorry, tab, E5, 5-meter ceilings. I feel like that's going to be pretty good. See what's the average height of a warehouse ceiling. 9.8 meters for modern century warehouses. All right, so let's do 10 meters then. Older is 18 to 24 feet. New bulk can often exceed 40, but let's do, so we want to kind of feel, I don't know, I kind of want it to feel a little smaller. I don't know, maybe big is good. Could be different. All right, we'll see. Okay. I'm torn. That's all right. But before I do that, though, I need to inset. $40. Good morning. So that's going to be our center shaft to our elevator. We need that as well. Don't want to forget that. And let's grab these and E. Let's go. Yeah, let's do 10. Sure. We'll go for a big one. Did I? Oh, come on. All right, fine. Shift D, GZ 10. Lots of ways we could do this, but bridge edge loops. And bridge edge loops. Cool. And we're oriented correctly. Well, our ceiling is not, but okay. A shift N. There we go. Inside. Cool. So that would be our main shape. I hate that red, so I'm going to get, I hate looking at it. There we go. And we need a door. It doesn't really matter which face we make the door. But not sure that I want to actually build it yet, because I think we might do some mirroring first. But what we could do for the door is, I think, We're gonna make this face the door. We don't need to worry about the door yet. Just need to remember we need to do one. That's fine. And I don't even know we need to keep this together yet. So let's do Shift-G, coplanar, P, separate section, and move it. Oh. And this, M, new collection, ceiling. Turn it off so now we can see what the heck we're looking at. Cool. And then let's come in here and again, P, section, M, new collection, floor. Nice. Very nice. Thank you. All right. So now we have that. I think I want to get this, I don't know, probably remesh so I can do some cool things with the floor. Let's try, let's see how this works. Quad remesh, quad count 100. I want it symmetrical X and Y. Remesh it. No. That offsets it, doesn't it? Although I could see, and I don't want it that way, so undo. Okay. I actually want to cut instead, I think. Tab. Let's see, that's the floor, right? Just the floor. Q, clean mesh. Great. Q, let's see, tab, dice. X5, Y5. More. $12 feels pretty good to me. Cool. Then we can get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of that. Right? Yeah, so it should be mirrorable now. Let's see. Although that will bring back those center lines, but that's fine. And then apply it. Just taking a look. Yes. Okay. So now we can do cool, fun things with the, floor, which we know we want to do. Similarly, we want to do some stuff with the ceiling. But the ceiling we might leave radial versus grid based, because I think that might be fun to see. Let's take our ceiling. Oh, did it change it? Come on. Why are they different? All right, fine. Screw you. X, delete. Just gonna redo this. Gonna redo these parts. We should have done the floor anyway, probably first. A. E. 10. Cool. There we go. P section. M, the ceiling. Great. Ah, 3. G, coplanar. P section. M, tab. Come on, Seth. M, floor. And they're probably reversed again, aren't they? Let's check on ceiling. Those are walls. M, new collection. Might as well keep them separate. Walls. All righty. Now we're actually lined up properly. Cool. Now the ceiling, a clean mesh. Is it still lined up properly? Yeah, it looks. Oh, was that the floor? Am I the wrong way? 1. This should be the ceiling. That should be the floor. Of course. Looking like that kind of Friday. Floor. Ceiling. Ceiling. Floor. New collection. Walls. There we go. All righty. Turn off the walls. Turn off the floor. Ceiling. Now. Great. Now, how do we want to do this? Do I just need to do it by hand again? It's going to be a pain in my ass. Let's see. We're going to do 1/4 and then mirror 2, so that'll be fine. Not a big deal. That's a weird one. Oh, I see. It flattened that out, but not that one. Interesting. Interesting. Why did it do that? All this, and I'm not sure. Okay. Just wasting way too much time on this thing. But I think we're just going to do it again. Because I think we're just getting weirdnesses on it. Shift A, mesh, circle. Great. Fill it. Inset it. 20. No, 40. Great. Now, Shift D, ceiling, floor. Let's see. I just want to get rid of those other things without adding more. Let's see if I can do this now. See if I just did something stupid. Clean mesh. Okay, yes. This is the floor, right? Q, dice. Y. Still looks good. Yeah, ceiling and floor still the same. Good. Okay. Ceiling, GZ10. X, face. Oh, that one doesn't have it though. Oh, we don't need to exit though, do we? We just can, well, yeah. We don't need to remove it. E. Great. And then similarly, EZ. -10. That'll get us right to there. Cool. I'm just going to go one more time, just in case we want to see something below. Now we know we have levels. And we can do the same with this thing here. Cool. Easy minus 10, Shift R. Great. Now, coplanar P, separate section. This thing, M walls. Now we have it right? Yes. Took way too much effort. Okay, floor is got our grid, and it's gridded nicely. Yes. Ceiling has our radial. Thank you. I don't know what was going on there, but whatever. All right. So on our, let's go ceiling first. I just feel like that'd be fun. And we'll kind of set the shape of that and then come to play with our floor some more. And I think clearly each one of these edges would make a great sort of structural rib. Let's add a loop, 2 edge loops, that as well. So those would be our total structural ribs, as it were. I think we'll keep the roof flat. I think that's probably more realistic for this kind of thing. What do we want to do? I want to do Shift D, Q, add modifier, wireframe. So we're only going to see the half, but that's okay. I think that's all right. And we're going to make it thickness of 1, full at 1 meter. Yeah. Offset is 0. Yeah, so we'll let it go right down the middle of the space. That feels good to me. Cool. Okay. And then let's go ahead and apply it. Maybe dangerous, but you know, hey. Take a look at it. 79. So it's the bottom part, and we want to Shift G. I want height. Just kind of a pain. 1. Alt Z B. I get them all. I think I got them all. No, we were not Alt Zing. Okay. Come on. Yes, we got them all. Now, 2, control bevel. Let's flatten down the bottom a bit. I think that'd be fun. Yes. Much better. Great. Great. Okay. Now, do we want some pillars? This would be another interesting thing. Is could have maybe done. Normally, a warehouse does have structural support, so it's not just an open space everywhere, but it has sort of structural pillars. Do we want those? I don't know. Maybe not. I think might interfere with our spacing a little bit. Might be neat. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm really kind of trying to suss out how I want this thing to look. I don't think we want a pillar on every vertex like that. Oh, we could. Let's come back to this thing. Tab. And 1. Do we do a pillar on every vertex? No. Shift D, P section. Let's see. Just that, tab A, E, -10. And if we do that, wireframe 1.25. That's going to give us something like that, which we don't necessarily. Okay, well, I don't hate it, but I think we're going to get rid of that. That row there. And that's going to be into our floor. Did I get rid of her both? Oh, I see. No, there's an inner ring too. Okay. How do we feel? Do we like having those pillars? It is kind of fun. And will give us things to react to, which is also kind of fun. Okay. Apply all. Let's go with it for right now. A, Q, dice, Z, not X. And we just want 1. Well, maybe not 1. 3. Okay, so that's come in. That's given us 4 or 2 sections in our each pillar we can use. And it cuts nicely on our floor, which we wanted. Okay, and we're going to move this. New collection. Girders. And we'll move that one too. Okay. This thing, 1, Alt Z, B, just to make my life easier. No, faces. Cool. Now I don't have that bottom line there bothering me. We're still connecting through the floor, but yes. Mucho better. Mucho, mucho better. Okay. Turn off the ceilings. We're just seeing this as our structure. Ooh. Maybe we want to get rid of. Yeah. Got too many. Tab. We just want the verticals. Come on. Get rid of those faces. Oh, it's still. Did I apply it? I did. Because I'm not on face mode. That's why. There we go. Cool. Now, let's see. All right. Okay. 1, Shift S2. Great. 1. Alt Z, tab. Yeah, go to 3D cursor. Okay. Great. Now now they structurally work. Cool. Kind of just figuring this stuff out as I'm going along too, you know. And walls. Great. So we have this giant warehouse, and this is big too. Let's put a person in so you can sort of see. Come on, hard drive. I know you're slow. There you go. Yeah, so that's our person. Scale compared to everything else on the sucker. Quite a large space, which is good. We want it to be. And save. Okay. So what's the next thing we want to do? I think we want to make a couple of things that we can reuse for the floor. Let's look at just the floor. So we have a lot of these grids the same size, which is really fun because it means that we can make components and then sort of place them around and reuse them. And that could be cool. So let's take one of these squares, separate it out, grab it, and move it to a new collection called subfloor. Turn off the cap box. And spell right. Subfloor. And that is this. Now, shift this one. Just going to move it back. Object, set origin, 3D cursor, object, geometry origin. So our subfloor now is centered in our space. Cool. So what we want to do is think, how far down would we want the subfloor to be? I'm kind of thinking in terms of like remembering movies like Aliens and just other sort of sci-fi things where we want to have maybe like a crawl space for ducting and wires, that kind of thing underneath it. So let's say, grab these edges in edge mode and EZ1. 1. Okay. We don't want this face. So we want like a box. So it's a 1 meter box that we can play with. We potentially don't even want it to have sides, although if it doesn't have sides, we have to do the whole subfloor. So how big is it? It is almost 10 meters. No way. Well, I guess so. Yeah, because the whole thing's like 120 meters. So that makes sense. Yeah. It's like a 30-foot thing. Okay, that's plenty big. Cool. So now we could do this randomly, or we could make some sort of things on our own. I think we're going to make a couple on our own. Let's 7. More. Yeah, I think we will. AW subdivide. Cool. Yes. Okay, so then we can take this one and this one and Q circle 3. Get rid of those and edge, bridge edge loops. We could do the same on the other side if we wanted to. I kind of want them to be a little different from each other. So maybe we'll do that, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, Q circle. Shrink them down a little bit. And then we can just do individually. Bridge edge loops. I need to make a shortcut for that. I use it so often. Bridge edge loops. Bridge edge loops. Okay, nice. Then come down here, coplanar. Settings, turn off dynamic scale for random flow, and Shift Q, panels. Cuts of 1, and we're going to set with a depth of minimum of 0.05, a maximum of 0.1. That gives anything different? I don't even see the difference. Come on. You did it right? Yes. Q. Shift Q. Panels. Oh, I see. Undo. A Shift N. Let's check our normals. Inside. Great. Now that'll work. Still going the other direction. Oh, are we negative? Oh, because we're negative. .1. Creates lots of different. Kind of silly that they're different heights, though. Probably panels would be the same height, wouldn't they? I kind of like 0.1. Thickness. Like this, if we want more division in our hole, like that looks pretty cool. And we can radial, square, maze. I actually think I like square the best for this one. Cool. Now let's do the same for the walls. Just come here. Oh, I see. Shift G coplanar. Great. Those won't work because they have right faces to them. Okay. Well, that's mirrored right now, so that's fine. Edit this thing, tab 1, 3K. So the problem is that we have some we don't have quads. KZ, KZ, KZ. Probably can fix that quick enough. And since we don't need that floor anymore because we replaced it, we can literally just do a mirror top and the mirror X and apply all. And now we have, well, doubles. No, that's right. Or no. Undo the mirror. And let's see, this object, Shift S2, object set origin to 3D cursor. Okay, now mirror that way. Oh, it's not that one. Right. Shift S2. So let's apply that one first. So I got the top. Yep. Cool. Object set origin to 3D cursor. Mirror it that way. There we go. So now we have our pipes with lots of Shift G polygon sides. Ooh, we don't want the pipes though. Let's separate them out. Great. Polygon sides. Cool. Cool. Now tab Shift Q, random panels. This might be walk. Walk might be cool for these just because they're different. We don't get any around the pipes, which I actually think is kind of cool. That's fun for me. Okay, subfloor, select hierarchy. And delete hierarchy, select hierarchy. See, gosh, this is my day. Subfloor, select objects. There we go. And okay. We can make a bunch of these too. They don't just have to be one or two, but I kind of like them. This thing, because we got rid of our floor object, yes. Which I mean we could recreate if we wanted to, but I think we're fine just do it with this. Shift G, coplanar. Shift Q, random tubes. Amount 25. Margins 0.25. That seems fun, just to give us some little bits. Width, we can make it bigger. They're all going to be up. How do I feel about that? I want them like that. That feels pretty cool. Exactly. Exactly. That feels all right. I'm into that. Then let's just say this bad boy. And that's gonna be too much, isn't it? We'll try and see. We can see. Kind of selecting faces that don't have a lot of stuff on them yet. That'll be good. Loop extrudes. Page 2. Global settings. Wow, auxiliary. Do not loop from source. Loop on top of yourselves. Cool. Page 1. Max. Is that higher? Cool. No, we don't go that high. 0.25, 0.25, and 0.15. Okay, F9 and cuts. Where's our cutters? Cuts, we just cut everything globally that way. Okay. Cool. Yeah, loop's your favorite. Indeed. Indeed. Now that looks cool. I'm into that. Then now we just come back in here and create a cable or 3, but 1 to there, down, cool. And then 1 to there, cool. And then yeah, that's all right. Let's do some more. That one I'm going to keep consistent, so we're going to stop. And then this one, Alt-D, GX, GY, 0.25. Alt-D, Y, 0.25. Four. Cool. Save. Just want to kind of make that one feel a little bit more intentional in that sense. Then we do some more. Create a cable. Here to here. Cool. Here to here. Cool. The goal is to sort of make this look like a fun machiney place, basically. We're just filling it up with stuff. And scale that one down. Just so we look down into it, it's like, oh yeah, there's stuff here. Which means we probably want to put something here too. And we could kit bash this, but it's kind of fun just to make it ourselves, right? So let's take these. Let's even just do some modeling. Okay, and then neat, sure. And then I don't know. Not sure how much more we need to do with it. Create a cable there. Scale it down. There we go. Now we can see our sides better again. Okay. All that's feeling pretty good. You know, Newt could crawl around underneath here if she had to. That's the important part, right? And let's do and Alt-D, GX. Cool. I like having some go into this walls as well. I think that's a good thing. Oh, damn it. Fine. Nothing's crossing our ceiling border. That's what we want. Okay. Let's do a smaller one. Like that. Two. Okay. Save. Kind of liking this space. Let's take this thing, add an edge loop there, bevel it slightly. Yeah, let's go in. I don't know why, but feels fun, right? Do the same thing on this one. They don't have to line up to anything. Not the individuals. I want individuals. Normals. Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna object, convert all to mesh. I'll take our cables and join them together. Are they even in subfloor? Now they are. Okay. And that. Okay. Material. I'm just going to give it one new, call it pipes. This is also going to get pipes. These are all going to be their own thing, I think. Yeah, okay. The reason for that is I'm going to join it all together, and I want to be able to select the cables and the pipes differently from the other stuff. I'm debating whether I want to select those differently, but I think I'll do them on a one-off. So A, join, tab A, M, distance, clear it. Okay, so now we have one. Did I lose my, come on. Undo. Back before join. That's pipes. Oh, that should be cables. Oh, I just renamed it. No, fine. Cables. Pipes. Oh, that's pipes. This is should be cables. Come on. All right. Maybe we'll make this pipes too, just in case we want two different types of pipes. Okay. Now cables got their own. Yep. A join. Cool. Remove 915. So now we have that center object there. And we can sort of apply it in multiple places on our floor if we want to. Okay. So what we're going to want to do is, I think, grab our floor, 3, Shift G, area. So that's all the ones that can be. And I'm going to turn my walls back on too. Because I don't want anything in the center here because there's no point. Anything that touches that, there's no point. Okay. So those are the possible ones it could be. Now, do we want it random? Do we want it? It's hard to tell. I don't have a strong sense for how I want it to be. Item size. Item mode. That's it. Okay. So I can move it in our frame on. Okay, so this object, you get out of the center. Let's move it GX. This is where Blender gets cool because you can go times 3 and move it there. You can just do the same thing. Okay. Maybe we'll just keep it Q array 3. Cool. That will line our pipe up properly with a space divider in the middle, but that's what we want, right? Yes. I like that. And then we could just mirror it, honestly, on this side. That'll give us double. Cool. So that's an easy one. Maybe we do the same thing. Alt D, RZ90. Ooh, interesting. No. We're going to apply the mirror first. I'm going to apply both. We have to solo it first. Yeah, fine. Control A, apply all. Cool. Now, we'll keep one not applied. Yes. RZ90. There we go. So we got those two sections now running that way along our subfloor if we want them that way, if that's all we want. I do like it. I think I want a few more though. So I want to we could just do that, yeah. Let's see. GY times 3. GY. Sure. Let's do it one more time. Great. We like that one there. Then Q array and we just make it still should be relative to -2 and 3 count. That's kind of fun. That might give us enough subflooring areas that I feel good about that without having to do more than that. I'm into it. We are going to have our pillars go right into it, but I think that's okay. I'm gonna apply all, I think. Famous last words. There's no real need to, so let's just take this whole subfloor. GZ -1. Great. So now we can grab our floor and grab these faces here. I don't know if this is interesting at all or not, but I'm having a good time. And P separate the sections. Okay. Yeah, so now we got that. Now you take these, which are just those. Yes. And 7. Yeah, it's like a cargo area. Exactly. W. Each one of these is cubes too, so that's fun. Tab A, W, subdivide 10. Maybe 25. We have the polys are cute. Polys are cheap now, right? Q, add modifier, wireframe. Bring it back. Come on. Turn off wireframe. Now we have this fun. There. It's not bad. What's this wireframe thickness? I'm going to make it 0.05 just to make that right. Cool. And offset, I'm going to go minus 0.025. That should take it down. Does that line it up with the floor? It should. Yeah, looks like reasonably so. Okay, save. Woohoo! So we still need our door area, which I think is going to be, I don't know. It's hard to, it's not going to line up perfectly with those because we're going to be running across them horizontally, but that's fine. There's a problem with a 12-sided face. It never really lines up perfectly with this sort of thing. You know, it's all good. Unless we were to make like a double wide door on this one. So the passenger door is one. That could be kind of fun, like a huge door. And the way we could do that would be come into this wall. And let's do this one. Edge, bridge has loops. So that could be our door now. And it keeps our form proper. Although it would really be 2 doors because we got this pillar right down the center of this one. Although we could get rid of that pillar too, and that would also sort of accentuate things a bit more. Yeah, there we go. So that's gone now. Still might be 2, but I think that's better for what we're looking at. Now, we could use the same door or something like the same door that we used on the one above, because like that happens, right? I mean, it's one construction, thing, so probably it would have the same door as the upstairs one, or potentially certainly a variant of it. 1 second, folks. Right there. All right, back. Okay. So maybe we just grab the door from upstairs. Space elevator. The scale's not going to be the same because I think our ceiling's probably higher, but we'll see. We can always adjust that. Okay, door. Copy object. We're not going to keep the same material, I don't think, but not too bad. It's bound to there, right? Yeah. Well, actually, the easiest way to do this probably is how high is it? Z is 9.4. If we go up to all the way to the, well, it wouldn't actually go all the way to the ceiling, would it? Because it might be, we're pretty good. It may actually be good just to use the same size door. Now we could do 2, and that might be fun. I think we can fit 2 in here. Great. That's the center point. We could just object set origin to 3D cursor. Cool. And we're just going to look at this door. Take this loop here. 2. And easy. There we go. Into our ceiling. Cool. That's better. And then we can mirror it, I think. Yep. Turn our ceiling back on. And there's double doors leading into the space. It's kind of fun. Very much into that. Let's just think. What else do we want to do to this sucker? I don't know. Let's see. That's feeling good though. Let's save because I want to make sure we got that done. When all else fails, start doing some lights. That's always a good idea. Come back to our ceiling tab. I think 1 in every space would be acceptable. I think square is probably better on these. Or not square, but like, yeah, like that. Shift G area. Good. Control Shift bevel. I kind of want to curve them. I don't know why, but I just do. I feel like it's more fun. Shift G coplanar. Not coplanar. Area. Great. Got all those. Now, it's actually quite large for lit lights. I kind of like this. I like this idea regardless, though. So maybe we'll go up. Maybe they're not the lights yet, but I think it's cool. Oh, that could be lights. Undo. It's not this one. Or that one. Yeah, okay. That's fun. Now we could do, I mean, it slows down rendering quite a bit, but let's see. I'll do that again. Shift D, P section. Great. Hide that. Now back. Let's grab them again. Area. Not those two, right? No. Not those two. Let's set us a camera just so we can find this again. There we go. Oh, there they are. That helps too. Not those two. E. .2. Okay. And materials, new, plus assign new. It's going to be our light. We'll just go ahead and give it a light now, I guess. Why not? Warm, cool, white. Cool feels kind of more fun for a warehouse space right now. It's a little too cool, though, I think. Let's bring it back in. Let's see. It's a big light. Now, those round things are going to be a pain, aren't they? Okay, tab A. Subdivide is going to let me do it. No. A pain in my ass. But I think I know a better way to do this, actually. X, we're going to delete the vertices. Just get rid of this whole object. Just get rid of this whole object. Come back to our ceiling. Okay. And we're going to say 2. Not that one. Edge, bridge edge loops. P section, come out. Don't we need that? Just that. Don't really need that. Okay. So now we could do that. Subdivide, right? Yes. $10. Cool. Q, wireframe. And then GZ. No. What's our wireframe set to? We want it like that. So we're going to need more in our subdivide too. Okay, that's fair. Maybe 2 more. Great. Come on. And it's going to bring the other thing up higher. Okay, that's close. There we go. Great. That's what we got. That's what we wanted. Now, cool. We should be able to radial array this thing now, right? There's a new radial array, correct? Array. Shape circle. Count 12. Yeah, baby. Woohoo! We got the wires over our lights now. I love that new array modifier. I gotta say, it's so much better than the old one. I don't always remember it because I'm so used to the old one, but man, it's nice. And then we got the doors, and they're in here, but we don't care. Who cares? Like, you know, the wire just continues out, but I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. Nice. Now this material is not a white fill. And we haven't done any of the walls. We probably should before we start doing materials. I just love doing materials too. But yeah, all right. So we're getting like the shapes in place because I've had a day. It's not been the most, you know, elegant, but it's working. Let's move this. It's in ceiling. Good. So we can turn off ceiling. We lose all that. Yay! Cool. Okay. And subfloor's fine. Let's move subfloor into floor so we can turn all of it off if we need to. Just a little bit of organizational structure. Cool. Now, let's build some panels on these inner walls first, because they might be different than the outer walls. Random panels. Cuts 3. Did that work? Let's put them on the inside. So our UVs are wrong. Shift N inside. Let's see if I'm right. Nope. That one's right. These are not. Shift N inside. Okay, so now our normals are correct. Yep, and they are. I might want to put like a little office space in here and or an elevator of some kind, because this one we'd actually see it. There should be one in the other one too. We just kind of hit it with it showing it. But as I think about it, we might want that. But I think this is fine for right now. Cool. Great. And we can make that material white. I don't have white fill AO on this one. I want it. We can go get it. Append. Materials. White fill AO append. White fill AO. Great. That just makes it so it darkens the spaces in the middle there, which I quite like. I feel like that works. We can be dirtier on this level if we want to, but I don't know that we're going to. I think this is going to be kind of a well-maintained area. But that's working for me now. I like those panels. Maybe fine to use the same panels on this side. Panels, cuts 3, yeah, factor there. Okay. We've definitely made warehouse spaces on the channel before, but you know, it's fun. Q sharpen. Oh, we got one that curves around. Neat. And this can also then get materials. Got longer ones here, but I'm okay with that. We could have cut it up more first, but it's fine. There's no reason not to do it. Let's see, these. I don't know, it looks like we're adding materials now, so let's go ahead and do it. I want to grab that out of the way. And I think I want to use Wasteland Metal Rusted for this one. Kind of has a good shine to it that Distressed Hull does not. I'm not even sure it's UV'd. Because that is UV'd. Wireframe is not yet. Well, it's just fine. Apply all on that. It's still pretty small in polys. It's actually not that many. Tab A U cube project. Cube size is going to be 2. Yeah, that looks like that's pretty cool for that. We haven't done the ceiling yet, but that's okay. Kind of not 100% sure yet. Now, the support structures could be sci-fi panel, maybe. There's a couple options we can do. Let's see. Again, 2. No, 2 is definitely not big enough. And I don't like. Yeah, I don't like the way it's kind of. We could rotate it all, I guess, but let's see what the UV looks like. This gets to be like, it's a pain in my ass. UV editing. A. Yeah, because everything's rotated, not lined up on that. I want to line up properly, and it's not going to. Not without a lot of work on our part. And is it doable? Yes, absolutely. Do I care? Probably not. So let's go look for some other materials. Grab some from Kitbash 3D. There's lots of great metals there. Doesn't need to be shiny or super worn. Somewhere in the middle of that. Let's try this one. No, still too much patterning on that yet. Metal painted. I don't know why it says painted yellow because it's blue, but you know, hey. I think that's still too grody though. That's better. That might actually work well for us. I want to join that to this, make all these one so we can UV them the same. And let's say 2. And then delete that material. Okay, that feels fun to me. Again, ceiling. Do we apply this whole thing? It's just going to be a pain for UVs on something we're barely going to look at. I don't know. Link materials, but I'm not going to apply the UV because like we're not going to look up the ceiling to see that that's just a solid gray because it's not UV'd and it does get the tone right. So maybe that's enough. And then I don't have to apply that thing, at least yet. Cool. Then the ceiling, we could put some panels on it. It's going to be a pain again because of those curves. It's always going to be a pain in our ass. I love the curved the edges, but they just make our life hell. Because we don't have quads anymore to do stuff. I don't think we're going to bother. I think we're just going to go with AO. Because it's a ceiling. Doesn't mean you don't have to care, but I mean, how much does it matter? Is it UV'd even? I don't think it's UV'd yet. Cube project 2. Yeah, that's fine. And then our floor, it actually could be paneled if we wanted it to. Curious though. Cube project, cube scale of 2. I feel like that's, yeah, I mean, kind of works actually. It's maybe it's a little small, but the trim might not be right. But something like that, we could do white if we wanted to. Just gonna try a couple different ones. I do like those lines like that. View, cube project, cube size of. Do I still have that number? Yes. That lines it up to be exactly like that. That's kind of cool. Because now it's exactly in line with the size of our sub panel, which is kind of neat. Let's do that for right now. I do not hate it, particularly when we put other stuff in there. I think that might be cool, which will be Monday, obviously, but you know. Let's come to our subfloor now. Why is a door in our sub? We're moving that to floor or walls. Great. Subfloor. Okay. Now we have different materials for each one. Hopefully we can just apply them. That's fine. Cables. I don't want something to just be straight up black. I feel like we can have more fun than that. Let's try the dirty orange paint. That's pretty dirty. Grungy yellow. Let's see how we feel with that. That's actually better. Still really grungy, but you know, like stuff does drip into these spaces. I think these might be Michael's favorite texture. It's kind of fun. Okay. And these could be the chevron-y version of that. Let's see. Yeah, that's fun. And then the floor. Try this one. Not bad. Cube project. It only changes that one, but I mean, that looks pretty grody. It is more, you're right. It is more a character at this point, but that's fun. I'm okay with that too. Oh, we need to do the other side, the other one. We didn't do the other one yet. I'm just going to select those two again. And this object to this object, link, materials. Yes, they're exactly the same, so it should have worked. I think it did. Yep, looks like it did. Cool. Come back to us. That's pretty, as my grandmother would say. Folks, I'm liking this. I think we're getting a good warehousey space. I think it's going to be fun. It has a kind of a neat liminal space as well, which warehouses often do. Just kind of taking a look. Doesn't have a material. I'm not sure this is going to be, let's see, blue fill. Just so we can see the door, maybe for right now. We can always change it. Kind of want to do more to it than that anyway. But that floor is looking nice. I really like our subfloor. I think that's a fun use of our time, just to make that one square and then replicate it. But it helps make it feel, you know, more interesting to me, certainly. Let's see. I think we're nearing the end of today just because I don't want to jump onto something new and big just as we're starting up. Oh, that whole space is now on the inside, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. So we got quite, even with me having kind of like a fumbly bits a few times in there, got quite a bit done. Just take a look. Turn off the ceiling. So we got our level. It matches the passenger area above in terms of size, both of the elevator space in the center and the outer one. Got our subfloors in. I think our ceiling looks cool. I like our rounded lighting fixture areas. I think it's all kind of coming together. So yeah, this looks like a good place to stop for today. Again, I apologize for not being here yesterday. Sorry, the hard drive fails when it wants to, and you have to deal sometimes. But yeah, we will be back on Monday, where we will get some more on this done. Probably finish it, unless I come up with something massively interesting that takes more than a day. I think we can get this done on Monday. And I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I hope to see you again on Monday. Take care, folks.